Is it possible that just 2.5 seconds could shake the emotions of millions of fans worldwide, spark almost academic debates about a public persona, and at the same time reignite burning curiosity about a dynamic long rumored to exist behind the scenes? On Wednesday, February 25th, 2026, a short clip uploaded to X by the fan account @MyUwith suddenly transformed into a digital detonator, exploding across global timelines and forcing fans of BTS to hold their breath, hit replay endlessly, and ask in a mix of shock and amusement. What exactly happened behind the expression of Kim Taehyung when Jungkook suddenly shouted a profanity so loudly and clearly that no one saw it coming? Only 2.5 seconds. Nothing more. Yet precisely because of its brevity, the clip felt like a mysterious fragment cut from a much larger scene. In the video, Jungkook is heard yelling the word "Fuck" loudly and clearly. There is no censoring, no muffled whisper. His tone is firm, energetic, almost explosive. His facial expression appears playful and charged, like someone who has just won a game or released pent-up tension. Fans reacted instantly and almost unanimously. "Louder King" flooded the comment section, turning the moment from a simple incident into a small celebration of a global idol's raw spontaneity. But the emotional epicenter of this digital quake did not rest solely on Jungkook's voice. What truly froze thousands of ARMY was the expression captured on Taehyung's face in the split second after the word was spoken. A flicker in his gaze. The corner of his lips tightening between a smile and surprise. An eyebrow lifting as if he hadn't expected it. In the realm of nonverbal communication studies, such micro-expressions are often considered windows into authentic emotional responses. Was Taehyung genuinely shocked? Was he holding back laughter? Or was there another layer of meaning invisible to the untrained eye? From an academic perspective, the phenomenon is fascinating. In digital media and popular culture studies, ultra-short clips often possess heightened viral power because of their ambiguity and openness to interpretation. Henry Jenkins' theory of participatory culture explains how modern audiences are no longer passive consumers, but active meaning makers. This 2.5-second video became a blank canvas onto which millions of fans projected their emotions, assumptions, and long-held narratives about Taehyung and Jungkook's dynamic. Within minutes of being posted, views skyrocketed. Comments poured in across multiple languages. Some laughed uncontrollably. Others slowed the clip down to analyze every microshift in Taehyung's expression. A few constructed lengthy theories about behind-the-scenes dynamics. In a matter of hours, the clip was no longer just a video. It had evolved into a miniature social phenomenon spanning continents. Why did a single profanity feel so seismic when it came from Jungkook? After all, as a global artist, he has long displayed a mature and bold side. The answer may lie in the construction of public image. For years, Jungkook has been known as the Golden Magne, the multi-talented youngest member with both irresistible charm and polished professionalism. When he shouted a curse word unapologetically and at full volume, it created a collision between long-held expectations and an evolving reality. That collision generated the shockwave, yet attention inevitably circled back to Taehyung. In those 2.5 seconds, he did not speak. Not a single word. And still, his silence became the most debated element. Some fans interpreted his expression as pure surprise. Others saw restrained amusement. A different group speculated that his reaction reflected deep familiarity, that only someone truly close would respond in such a spontaneous, unfiltered way. In the age of social media, every subtle movement of an idol can morph into a sweeping narrative. X, formerly known as Twitter, operates on an algorithmic engine that accelerates emotionally charged content. The provocative caption "FUCK" posted by @MyUwith functioned as an immediate click trigger. Psychologically, explicit language often provokes stronger emotional responses than neutral phrasing. It is hardly surprising that the post exploded. But is this merely light entertainment, or is there something deeper at play? Within BTS's group dynamic, fans have always been hungry for moments that feel unscripted and raw. Over the years, The interaction between Taehyung and Jungkook has remained one of the fandom's most closely observed dynamics. Every glance, every fleeting touch, every shared laugh has been dissected like a clue in a grand puzzle. So, when Taehyung's expression appeared slightly different from usual, collective imagination ignited instantly. Within hours, multiple edited versions of the clip surfaced. Some slowed down the precise frame, where Taehyung's eyebrow lifted. Others added dramatic zoom-ins and suspenseful background music, transforming the moment into what felt like the climax of a thriller. Ironically, its extreme brevity expanded interpretive space. There was no audible context before or after, no extended conversation to anchor it. That absence became its greatest allure. At the same time, many fans celebrated the moment as proof of Jungkook's growing freedom of expression. They saw it as a symbol of maturity and authenticity, an idol comfortable enough to be unapologetically himself. The comments chanting, "Louder King," were not just jokes but affirmations. It was as if they were collectively saying, "We accept you exactly as you are." Still, the questions about Taehyung refused to subside. Was he truly shocked? Or was it simply an instinctive reflex devoid of deeper meaning? In interpersonal communication research, microexpressions often flash before conscious control takes over. If so, those 2.5 seconds may have captured a rare moment of emotional honesty, unpolished, unrehearsed, unfiltered. The phenomenon also illustrates how global fandom operates. In less than a day, the clip had been translated, analyzed, debated, memed, and celebrated across online communities worldwide. The discussion extended beyond the profanity itself, touching on themes of friendship, maturity, evolving public images, and digital culture. Everyone seemed to have a theory, and every theory found its supporters. Interestingly, hours after the viral surge, there was no official clarification or follow-up comment. The silence only amplified the intrigue. In entertainment culture, sometimes the most powerful strategy is restraint. Without confirmation or denial, the public remains suspended in speculation. Will this moment fade within days, buried under the next viral sensation? Or will it become one of those legendary clips replayed years from now with a nostalgic, "Remember that moment?" Only time will tell. What is certain, however, is that those 2.5 seconds demonstrated the immense power of modern digital media. Duration no longer determines impact. Emotion does. Ultimately, perhaps that is the essence of this phenomenon. It was never just about a shouted profanity, nor solely about a fleeting expression. It was about the complex interplay between public image, fan expectation, and participatory digital culture. In a mere blink of time, Jungkook and Taehyung, without necessarily intending to create a sensation, sparked a global conversation about spontaneity, growth, and the subtle layers of friendship. But the story did not end there. In fact, what happened after those 2.5 seconds may be even more revealing than the moment itself. As the clip continued to circulate, timelines filled not only with laughter and playful edits, but with deeper reflections about change, identity, and the invisible pressure that comes with being part of BTS for more than a decade. Was this simply a funny outburst, or was it a subtle marker of evolution, an unfiltered glimpse into the reality of two artists who have grown up under the world's microscope for years? Both Jungkook and Kim Taehyung have navigated the delicate balance between authenticity and expectation. Every public appearance is observed. Every word is replayed. Every silence is interpreted. In such an environment, even a spontaneous expletive carries symbolic weight. Fans began asking questions that felt almost philosophical in nature. When does a public figure's raw expression stop being shocking and start being accepted as human? Why does a single word feel revolutionary when spoken by someone long perceived as polished and composed? As hours turned into a full day of online discourse, subtle shifts in conversation began to emerge.